Just had a good time.
This is a medley that nobody asked for.
Hi, welcome to the Good Noise Podcast. I'm Shane.
I'm Glory.
Wow, I'm Glory. And today we're going to trash on 3 albums in a row.
Woo!
Woo! We haven't done that in a while. Hey, Glory.
Hi.
Gotta start off with the same question we always do. Did you happen to attend any live music this past weekend?
I did.
Whoa!
Well, I watched a rerun of it because I was busy when it was actually airing. But I saw Happy.
Me too.
So did you?
Yes, I saw Happy. It was great. Unfortunately, I was not able to make their Zoom
I know.
meeting because I got the email when I was at work and I was like, wait a minute, 9 o'clock, I'll be home in time, and I had to go out for dinner. So by the time I got home, I tried to join the Zoom and it was just loading. I'm like, okay, fine, it's fine. We've chatted with them twice. By the way, you can go find both of those on all of our channels. Look at that plug.
Exactly. I wasn't like pressed when we weren't able. Oh my god, when I wasn't able to join the Zoom and I missed it because I knew it was gonna happen. But I was like, I've spoken to them privately. Like,
yeah, you won't have to talk over 100 other people in a Zoom to get their attention.
Yeah, I've spoken to. Yeah, we've interviewed them twice.
They've already seen your paintings.
Exactly. They've already complimented my paint.
They liked your tweet today about the reply thing. Did you see that?
I didn't.
Okay, well, I saw the notification while I was driving. Like by Happy, I'm like, oh my god, they don't have us muted.
Oh my god, wait, which tweet was it?
The reply one, where you locked off the replies to people that we follow.
Oh yeah, I saw that. I saw that. That was really cool. And you don't know that trend? It's like it's been on our timeline for the past.
Well, I've seen it on our timeline. I just didn't know what started it. I was like, this stupid trend.
It happens like every month.
This thing that just shows off that there are certain people on this website that you follow that don't like you back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways,
let's trash on some albums. Chase Atlantic dropped an album, Beauty and Death, and we haven't talked about Chase Atlantic on the show yet.
We've not.
Not once.
I thought it was I got them mixed up with firstly Stan Atlantic, and I was like,
okay, well you can't even confuse the two because Stan Atlantic is leagues better than this shit show.
Yeah, and then who's the person who we worked with them once, the press agency? With the ones you forgot.
25-8.
And who's the person who runs it?
Hope Vista.
Yep. Yeah, I get them mixed up with Vista. And saying, I don't know why. Don't ask me why.
That's not even close. Vista's league's better than Chase Atlantic is too.
So true. Tell them.
Hope, the Vista front woman, just put out a single on Friday. We're not talking about it today, but she did do that.
We'll do that next week, yeah.
Yeah, we'll do that.
When we remember, I don't know.
Anyways, we haven't talked about Chase Atlantic because I could not be bothered to make you listen to and also subject myself to any of their songs. But when the album came out, I'm like, we're not going to talk about any of the singles, but we're going to have to talk about this album because it's going to be us ripping it apart for 5 minutes. And I think that's beautiful.
It's beautiful.
So I absolutely hate Chase Atlantic. Everything about them angers me. Their looks, their sound, their hair, their music, everything about them pisses me off. So this album,
wait, and you mentioned before
they're all pieces of shit. We started
recording. Like some of them are racist or something. I didn't hear about that. I don't follow them.
I haven't seen. I don't know what they've done, but I know they're all pieces of shit. And for some reason, I have 4 million monthly listeners on Spotify. I don't know how the hell that's possible. It's garbage music, trash, absolute trash.
How do you really feel about them, Shane?
I absolutely hate them. I watched, I think it was like a snippet of their Rock Sound interview with James Wilson Taylor. I'm like, I don't even know how James Wilson Taylor is sitting here with a straight face interviewing these three losers. I hate them.
That's such a mean thing. Okay.
Yeah, but like James should not be subjected to Chase Atlantic.
Here, let me see what they've done.
Front to back, this album was just awful. I wasted an hour of my time listening to this entire album. It was like
45 minutes.
Like, I can't even express how much I hate them. I'm trying really hard. But they just suck so hard. They just suck so bad.
You just don't like them.
They just suck.
Clinton Cave, I don't know if they're still in the band, said the N-word multiple times. They apologized, but because of the Black Lives Movement. Black Lives Matter movement. Manipulated underage girls. C word. Oh, that's C word. Okay. Yeah. Xenophobia. Yeah. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of not great stuff.
got a whole list going.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm like, even if the other two haven't done anything, they're still like by association pieces of shit. So
I don't know when they did that though. Could have been like 10 years ago, but still, it's just like
dude, that's kind of cringe. I don't know.
Yeah. But anyways, the album, I didn't enjoy it.
Awful. So bad. I can't stress it enough. God awful.
Yeah.
Like, I know that I'm just sitting here like ruining opportunities for us, but I would never in a million years want to interview Chase Atlantic ever.
Yeah.
Ever.
And after listening to this album, and I went on a whole Twitter rant. When I say rant, I mean I tweeted twice. I made a little thread.
Got him good, Glory.
I never do that. I always just retweet stuff and be like, OMG, missing Louis Tomlinson. Goodbye. And that's true. It. That's my Twitter account. But yeah, God. This album, I didn't enjoy it. And I will bring it up after this next topic. Nothing Nowhere released an album, Trauma Factory.
Also garbage.
It wasn't that good. I mean, yeah, you go ahead and then I'll have my little rant. Since we're like
comparing the two, I guess, because that's why we put them back to back.
Yeah.
Like if I said for the past couple of weeks we were going to talk about the Nothing Nowhere album, we would have been just fine not talking about it because it really wasn't that good. I don't get the hype for him either. I get the hype more so for him than I do for Chase fucking Atlantic because they just blow. Like they just blow.
Yeah.
But the Nothing Nowhere album wasn't good either. There were a couple of tracks on there I was like, this is okay.
It's okay. Yeah, exactly. Like, there are always going to be those couple of tracks.
Except the Chase Atlantic album.
Except that.
That's the exception here. Like when we're talking about the cookie thing, the cookie analogy from last week.
The cookie analogy.
Thing, we took the cookie, we ripped it apart, we threw each piece at the wall. That's the Chase Atlantic album. Okay, enough about the Chase Atlantic album because I have a feeling I'm going to bring it up all fucking episode.
It's okay. We'll just, oh my God, we have our fandom, which is the best thing. And then we have our Chase Atlantic. We have our Spectrum now.
Let's go.
We have it. After like 2 years of doing this podcast.
Let's go. But yeah, there were a couple of okay tracks on this record, but this was just, I don't get the hype for him either. Glory's got her whole spiel. I'm just gonna sit here and I promise I'm not uncomfortable even if I look uncomfortable.
You're uncomfortable. It's okay. No, it's just gonna be like a tiny little thing that I've noticed, and also that Yasmin from Twitter made like multiple threads about this. They're amazing about this stuff, and I've learned a lot because of them. You should go follow them. They're great. Anyways, I just think it's kind of funny how Chase Atlantic and Nothing Nowhere can be classified as alternative when they're rapping and making hip hop and R&B, like bad, not even good. Like they're not even doing justice to it. But I find it funny how they can, use R&B and hip hop as their main influences, which are in their bios on their Spotify thing, and still be classified as like alternative rock, punk, when they're not. And I think it's funny because Juice WRLD and Lil Uzi and Tyler the Creator all make alternative music, but are somehow still classified in the rap and hip hop like area box, I guess, even though they don't make that music. Ski Mask the Slump God, I watched he's a rapper, quote unquote, and I watched a Nardwuar interview of him, and he said his top biggest influences are Korn and Slipknot.
Banger.
Exactly. I think it was just Korn, but I'm pretty sure he said Slipknot somewhere in there, that interview. But people still classify his music as rap. And I listened to some of his music and I was like, wait a second, this isn't rap, this is alternative music. So it's just, I feel like the music industry and some music consumers just would rather have rap or just rap delivered in a different package and prefer listening to it or are more comfortable listening to it when it's a white person. And I think that's so stupid and it's racist. Really and not many people talk about it, because maybe those are the people who are doing it.
Yeah.
And I just, these two albums I feel are great examples, because I've seen people in the DIY scene who have said, no, I'm not calling anybody out, because you can
oh no.
No, because you can like whatever you want to, whatever music. But I've seen people say like, oh, Nothing Nowhere is amazing, and they classify them as alternative, and they strictly basically listen to alternative DIY music or just alternative music. But it's like Nothing Nowhere is rap, hip hop, not alternative. It's just
there's also people out there doing it a lot better than Nothing Nowhere is.
Exactly.
But that's another discussion for another day.
Exactly. So I just wanted to put this in here because it bothers me to see people just favor others over people who are doing it better, in my opinion, and who deserve that title. I don't know. It's just it's frustrating. Yeah.
So I don't have a good segue for this.
Yeah.
But well said, Glory.
On another
on
bad album.
Trash.
Bad album.
A Day to Remember dropped an album, You're Welcome. And
I am not.
I'm not welcome. I'm not thankful that this album's out either, so they should not be saying you're welcome. The worst listen, we'll get into the album for a second, but I just want to talk about the rollout and everything with this album. So their last record was in 2016, okay?
Wow.
This album took a year and a half to come out between the first single to release.
Are you serious?
Yes.
That hurts.
Because they claim the delays were for cover art. Now, the cover art is nothing special, so I do not know why that took a year and a half, or why they started the album rollout without.
Yeah, when they didn't even
when the album wasn't 100% done.
Wait, I would like to point out, MGK had his album art actually changed even when the album rollout started, and he just said, oh my god, I didn't realize that the artist we were working with stole this design from somebody else. We're gonna fix that. And he still put out the album when it was promised. So I don't understand. That's not a good excuse, in my opinion.
It's not a good excuse because, like, not only that, the production isn't the best on this album, and it's just the lyrics aren't like this entire album. They should have just delayed the entire thing and went back to the drawing board and started from scratch. Yeah. Because the cover art excuse, no bueno. So that out of the way, the cover art isn't the worst thing I've ever seen, but it is not worth the wait that we got.
No.
Now let's talk about the music, shall we? The album
and then
itself.
We're gonna end it with they suck.
Two thumbs down. Yeah. Now, I trashed on Brick Wall when it came out. Called it the worst thing they've put out.
Yeah, you did.
The worst thing they've put out is the closer track. I personally think Brick Wall is a decent opener. Not their best, because The Downfall of Us All exists. But this isn't a horrible opener. And there are a couple of songs on here where they do their heavy, easy core, whatever you want to classify them.
Oh, yeah, I have something to talk about that.
Because, like, that's their genre. They're like pop punk with breakdowns. They're not technically metalcore, so I would just call them easy core. You can call them whatever the hell you want. But when they do their heavier music on this album, it's okay. It's not their best, but it's worth coming back to. Brick Wall, Resentment. I got the track list up. Permanent, Last Chance to Dance, and Bloodsucker are all songs, in my opinion, that are worth coming back to at least once or twice. But the rest of them are pop garbage. Some of them are pop country. Yeah. Since when?
Speaking of that, I was skipping through the album because I didn't want to give them a full album stream because they suck. Or at least the bassist does. But then, anyway.
That's another thing we'll bring up.
A completely other thing. But I was skipping through it and I was listening to one of the heavier songs in the album. And I was like, oh, this isn't horrible. This is decent. Next track, Country. Yeah. I'm like, wait a second. Did we skip something here? Did they cut out a couple songs that kind of transitioned into that? It was just heavy and then just banjo. And not actually banjo, but just like country. And I was very lost. I was very lost.
Their genre isn't pop. Their genre isn't country. And it shows.
What is it doing on here?
And it shows when they're attempting those genres. this album just feels like there were too many cooks in the kitchen because they signed to Fueled by Ramen, and Fueled by Ramen definitely had their hands in this. So it just doesn't feel like A Day to Remember album. Even the songs that are their heavier tracks and kind of feel like A Day to Remember in the sense of like, it's heavy. Okay, this is the bar that we've set for this album. It's heavy. It's okay.
It's heavy.
Don't even feel like A Day to Remember tracks. So this entire album is just a clusterfuck, and it's gonna be forgotten about.
Hopefully, yeah.
So that's the only positive thing here, is that no one's gonna be like, oh my god, can you play Viva La Mexico live? That shit blows. It's so bad. And like the songs were written with that like live aspect in mind. They've got the yeahs and the shit, and not a single fan is gonna want to scream yeah back during Viva La Mexico or whatever the fucking whatever bullshit they wrote. It was just a bad
album.
Like Brick Wall is the only thing. The heavier tracks are the only things I can see being played live, because if they whipped out fucking Fuck You Money or whatever the hell that stupid song is called, people are gonna walk out.
Just leave that one off the set list.
Just leave the entire album off the set list. Just stick with the set list you were doing pre-COVID, because that's the one that's going to sell your tickets.
Yeah.
The album just would have been better if they kicked out the bassist.
Oh, that too.
Yeah, or if they went back to the drawing board and made a different album. But I just...
And you think it would have been better if we were waiting for it. Well, not me, but if people were waiting for it for 4 years.
Well,
2021.
That's what you would hope for. And the worst part is that Jeremy, the lead singer, was like, oh, this is the best A Day to Remember album yet, showing all of our sounds. No, they experimented and failed, and that's pretty much what it was, although I don't know if it was them wanting to experiment. Because Fueled by Ramen tries to turn every single band into a pop band.
Yeah, I was going to bring up, I think that's the reason why it was so all over the place with the country and the pop, because Fueled by Ramen tries to, I guess, make each album that their artists make kind of,
fit this formula.
Fit a formula and please as many people as it can. So even if you don't like rock, you like pop, maybe you like this song. You don't like any of those and you like country for some reason, maybe you like this country song.
We got this track for you.
Exactly. Or you like this heavy song. As you said, there are a couple of songs that you could pick off of that, and that's what they were trying to do, I'm assuming. So it's just like they did it. Is it good as a whole thing? No. Is it good separately? No.
I mean, no, like I could pick out tracks and make like a best of You're Welcome, but it would just be all the heavy tracks, because
it'd just be like 3 songs.
Yeah, and I mean, another thing, I'm glad you brought up the flow, because the flow of the album when you're listening to it in full,
it's so rocky.
Granted, it's not meant to be listened to in full, because like as you said, it's meant to like cherry pick and have a couple of songs that are going to be radio hits that blow up.
Yeah.
And then it's just like, that's what these bigger labels want. These albums don't matter.
They're just trying to please as many people as they can and hopefully get a radio hit.
Yeah, but the fucking
they just failed all of them.
Flow of this album just sucks so hard.
Yeah, it's so rocky. Because as I said, a very heavy song to a country song, that makes no sense. Put the country song at the end.
Don't put the country song on the album at all.
Yeah, don't put the country song.
Actually,
just leave that.
Just cut this country song out.
Yeah, it's just that hurt. Anyways, Home Is Where dropped an album. I Became Birds. Banger. I loved it so much. So good. It was we actually interviewed. Oh my god. I'm bad with names.
Brandon, I think. I'm bad with names too.
We're both bad with names. Yet we run a podcast where we talk to like 10 people a day.
So wait. I'm pretty sure it's Brandon. If it's not, I'm very sorry.
Here, I'm gonna look now.
I didn't put the name in the title.
Yeah, Home Is Where interview. Did you? Oh wait, you didn't say it in the interview either.
Nope.
I'm so sorry. We spoke to Home Is Where, and we had a great.
Pretty sure it was Brandon.
I think it was Brandon. You're great. We love you. You're sorry.
I'm very sorry.
Yeah, I'm sorry. We speak to way too many people. I can't remember anybody's name.
They're gonna watch this too, Glory.
No.
Oh no.
I'm so sorry. Genuinely.
We are very sorry. Please don't call off the interview on Wednesday.
Oh my god, we love you.
Yes, please.
This album was really good. I really enjoyed it. This was like one of the only albums on this list that I actually listened to in full, because I was looking forward to it. and it was very, very good. It kept me intrigued the entire time. It was good.
My tape came today. That's my review of this album.
So true.
I posted on Twitter.
I saw it, and you're Daft Punk.
I leaked that Brandon is part of Daft Punk.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's yep.
See, it was Brandon because Knife Punch reminded me today.
Yep, so true. Oh my god.
Very sorry, Brandon.
I was gonna look through our mentions, but it's flooded by everybody yelling at me because of the
yeah, Glory got us canceled today for the 4th time. But yes, the album was good. I also enjoyed it. And 100% get the hype for it, because sometimes I'm like, I don't know if I get the hype for the DIY releases, but this one I 100% get the hype for.
Yes, so true.
Adult Mom dropped an album called Driver. This album was also very good.
It's so chill. I love it.
So relaxed. So good. A vibe. That's what we'll call it. A vibe.
That's perfect. Yeah. Again, this album I did listen to in full. I'm pretty sure. Some albums I listened to. A Day to Remember. Chase Atlantic. A Day to Remember. And
Nothing Nowhere.
Nothing Nowhere. I didn't listen to in full. All the other ones, yes. This one was very good. Very chill. Just a very good vibe. It's like a road trip kind of windows down kind of vibe. I enjoyed it a lot. Great job. Tiger's Jaw dropped an album. I Won't Care How You Remember Me. That's a banger title. I like that a lot.
This album was also a vibe.
It was. Adult Mom and Tiger's Jaw. The albums gave me the same, I guess. Not like they don't sound the same, but they have the same vibe.
Yeah, they got the same vibe from,
Exactly. Yeah. That's good. So if you like that type of music, listen to them.
My only gripe with the Tiger's Jaw album was like when it first opened, I did not know how to feel about it in the slightest. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't know if I'm gonna like this at all.
Yeah, fair.
So it took me a couple of songs to be like, okay, wait a minute, this is something I can get behind.
Exactly. Yeah.
By like track 3 or 4, I was like, no, my opinion is settled on this. This album doesn't suck.
Exactly. That's good. That's always good.
That's always a good opinion to have.
Exactly. Yeah.
So Based dropped an album called Necro Sapiens. We interviewed Simon from Based, and you can find that on our YouTube channel and everywhere else.
So true.
Glory thinks this album is horrifying. That's why I think this album's great.
Oh my god, it's like if Heavy had a Heavy, like if Heavy went even heavier.
If Heavy doubled.
Oh my god, like it's good for what it is. It's just not my genre. It's oh my god, I almost called you Sean. See, I can't even remember Shane's name.
Like we just suck with names.
I've been watching Psych. I'm sorry.
My name is on the screen, and she doesn't even know my fucking. She talks to me every fucking day, and she doesn't even know my name.
Sean? Oh my god, Shane? Shay?
Cheyenne?
Shay? No, the
email. Yeah, the t-shirt lady.
Mm-hmm. She's very nice though. Anyways, this is a very good album. It's just not my genre because it's like super heavy. But if you like super heavy music, this album's for you.
So true.
Chevelle dropped an album. Nairitas?
I think that's close enough. I thought that this album was okay. There were a lot of interlude tracks, though. What the fuck is up with that? I was going to
bring that up. I kind of liked the interlude tracks.
I don't know.
But there were quite a couple.
Yeah, this album could have been so much shorter if there weren't as many interlude tracks.
It wouldn't be that short because they're only like 30 seconds. So maybe a minute would be shaved off.
But like when I'm looking at the track list, and it could be a couple songs shorter.
Yeah, it was like 17 tracks, right?
No.
Which one was the 17 track one?
I don't think there were any 17 track ones.
No, there was, I swear.
Was it the Nothing Nowhere album? The Nothing Nowhere album was long.
It was way too long.
Yeah, I agree. Chevelle had a couple. They opened up with just instrumental, which I thought was interesting. But when you've been a band that long, I guess you can do just whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah, go for it.
But it wasn't the way I would personally attempt to capture someone's attention. Mm-hmm. But other than that, I thought the album was all right. Some of the songs were questionable at best. And some of them were all right. Mostly the singles that we talked about, those are the ones that I can pick out for sure and be like, those were good. But
those were good, yeah.
I'm like, why'd you open with instrumental track? That's no bueno.
I did like it, and I really like the cover. I wanted to bring that up now that we're looking at the track list. I don't know. I like when artists use perspective in cover arts. It really adds a lot of depth, and it makes me actually like look at the cover instead of like glazing over it. Mm-hmm. So good job with that, cover art person.
Cover art person. Riley.
Exclamation mark.
Album Already Fucked. Already fricked.
Fricked. There you go. I was so happy I didn't get this one.
Already
Because I can't say it. That's why. Yeah.
Already fricked. Frickin' bangs, bro.
Whoa, so true. Can we talk about this?
So good. I love how they open the album by screaming Riley the motherfucking band. So good.
Right?
Sets the entire tone for the album.
It's so iconic. I love it so much.
And I love the song titles on every single track. Hilarious.
So good.
Hilarious.
Yeah.
So just all in all, I very much enjoyed this album a lot.
As you should.
A lot more than I was expecting to.
Yeah, me too. Well, I was already expecting, they were hyping it up a lot.
They were.
Their label. So I was like, okay, this has to be a good album. When I listened to it, it was a very good album. I didn't skip anything. I paused it when I left the room.
That never happens.
Never happened.
Gloria just leaves her Spotify playing all fucking day and racks up 400 tonight scrobbles when she's not.
As I should. I think I hit like 400 tonight scrobbles actually.
Get well soon.
Shut up. You listen to Party Rock on repeat. You can't say anything.
I listened to the entire LMFAO discography, Glory.
As you should. I can't judge for that.
I know.
But this album was very good. It's a very solid album. Yeah, I recommend it. Also, I got the Cole variant for free.
You should.
Thank you, because I tweeted, I don't even collect vinyls because Shane told me to get the vinyl for who is that? Architects?
Yes, if I tweet that I don't collect vinyl, even though I do.
That's a lie. Because you tweet about vinyls.
Will people start giving me free vinyls? Like is this some reverse psychology? Like, can I start doing this and get free vinyls out of it?
Try it, dude.
Like will Chillwave just send me the split that they just put out with the. Because those vinyls are hot with Cliff Diver and I just think that I will tweet that and see what happens.
Dude, just tweet at Architects. Be like, I don't even collect vinyls, but I can start with yours. At
Architects. I don't even collect vinyls, but I would love to start with that variant I just bought off of you guys. Exactly. I think you guys should refund me.
Definitely. Yeah, but it's good. Suffer Club dropped an EP, the only EP on this list
Which
this
is
week.
Interesting.
That never happens.
Not the case.
Yeah, Tar and Feather. I liked this.
Yeah, I like this.
I really enjoyed this.
This was interesting vibe, like atmosphere wise.
Yeah, definitely.
I think that the title track was my favorite. But the entire EP was interesting. I enjoyed it a lot.
I agree. Sorry, I was reading. Yes, I enjoyed this EP. Sorry, we just spoke about albums. Yeah. I don't know. You said everything.
Yeah.
The atmosphere. It was interesting.
Yeah, it was definitely an interesting feeling while listening to the EP.
Exactly, yeah. It wasn't like unsettling. It was just kind of
like, what the fuck am I listening to? That's the kind of feeling I got. Now you want to talk about something that sucks, Glory? Bring Me the Horizon dropped a remix of Can You Feel My Heart? And my gripe with this is that the guy that they've got on the remix, first of all, why the fuck is that a thing that's going on? It's a Bring Me the Horizon song. Let's take the guy that was on that Papa Roach song and just put him over there. Get rid of him.
Get rid of him.
This song is obviously out because this song blew up on TikTok, so they did a remix of it.
Because of a funny, oh my god, it was so funny.
And I just think that the very beginning of it is the only part that they actually tried on this, because the very opening feels like what they want to blow up on TikTok.
Exactly, yeah.
And the rest of the song just evolves into chaos and sucks.
Yeah, it just feels like they lost their path like 2 seconds in.
Yeah, they weren't even trying, because like it opens up with that iconic "Can You Feel My Heart" line that's blowing up on TikTok with like a little beat drop, and that will go viral all over TikTok. And then the rest of the song, they were like, well, we can't just put this out, so hey, you want to rap over this? And this dude said, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
And then completely trashed up one of the best Bring Me the Horizon songs.
Yeah. I completely agree. I don't know why. They literally just should have gotten a person to just do a little remix of it instead of adding something to it.
Yeah, even like the beat itself wasn't awful. It was just the vocals added on top of it, because like Ali's vocals are so iconic. When you have someone else do those on a song that isn't a cover, it just doesn't work.
It doesn't, because you're expecting Ollie.
Yes.
And you get this person.
Yeah. Jairus or whatever the hell their name is. Jairus
Whatever
Johnson.
their name is.
They're like they came out of nowhere too. They were
I mean, good for them. They're getting a lot of good opportunities.
That were suddenly put on a Papa Roach song and then
Papa Roach.
And then put on Bring Me the Horizon's new remix. And it's interesting, man. I don't know.
We're gonna interview them like next week because of this.
No. We've trashed on them both times. We can't do that.
Yeah, God, that Papa Roach. That's all I gotta say. Aim High, Sleeping with Sirens, and Like Pacific dropped a new single. Home is where the HEA and then in what is that? Brackets?
Parentheses.
I was gonna say parentheses, but I was like, no. And then R in that, and then home is where the heart is.
Yes,
but the R is in parentheses.
You could have just said that.
But it's like they have it like that for a reason.
Yeah, but you could have just said home is where the heart is.
Home is where the heart is, but the R is in parentheses.
I like this song.
So true.
Aim High's part was good. I would assume the Like Pacific part was the part that I couldn't pick out.
Because we don't know them, yeah.
Yeah, and Kellen Quinn has got that iconic vocal delivery. And we trash on Kellen Quinn every single time we talk about him, and I would like to not do that today. Because we trashed enough today.
Yeah, I just want to say it breaks my heart because it's like this entire time. I remember when you told me Kellen had allegations. Broken, because it's like in my head he's always been like, oh, he'd never do that, just like, oh, that's Kellen, he wouldn't do that because he just seems like a good guy.
Yeah.
And then Shane was like, oh no, he has allegations. I was like, what? So it's just listening to this, you can hear Kellen and his iconic like scream in it.
His iconic vocals.
Oh my god, dude.
Scene staple right there. Yeah.
Oh my god, like I just want to go back. I can't.
Gloria's gonna start crying.
Dude, Kellen, why?
Kellen, why? This just turned into another Kellen, why?
Kellen, why? Like, it's so sad, dude.
Wipe those tears out of your eyes.
Shut up.
But the song itself was good. And that's all that matters. Escape the Fate dropped a single, Unbreakable. Now, the song that they put out, Travis Barker, the last single, Not My Problem, is one of my songs of the year so far.
Wow, really?
I've listened to it way too many times, Glory.
My God.
But it didn't get me excited for the album because I was not feeling it based off the other singles that have been put out so far. And this one's no exception. This just feels like a downgrade. I don't know how to feel about this song.
Yeah.
It's just, I don't know. It was definitely Travis Barker carrying Not My Problem.
Yeah.
And Unbreakable just feels like all the other singles. Something just feels flat in it.
Yeah, it feels empty, right?
Yeah. I really hope that the album has a couple more songs that are like Not My Problem. But based off the 4 singles we've heard, I don't have high hopes in the slightest.
Yeah, I have high hopes.
By Panic at the Disco?
Really. Yeah, I was gonna say by Panic at the Disco. I don't know. Let's just see how they do, what they do. Yeah, I hope it's good. I don't know. Can only hope. The Deads released a new single, Deal With Me. Banger. I really liked this.
This was good. And that scream at the end, impressive.
Bro, please.
Impressive.
So good. Everybody needs to listen to the Deads.
I agree.
That's my statement.
Jiraiya dropped a single.
So true.
Debt Collector. This song was insane.
So true. This is my second favorite song on this playlist, including albums and everything.
Good. So good.
Oh my god.
I can only imagine what the first one is.
I think you know what the first one is.
This song was so good. I thought that I enjoyed his last single more, and then they put out this song. He does not miss. Every single song he puts out gets progressively better.
Exactly. And I don't know how. It's just literally like, I feel like he's just improving and improving and improving on everything. Not saying his first things were bad. It's just, he just keeps getting better and better and better.
It's crazy how fast you're seeing that evolution too, because it's like, it's literally just single to single to single. It's not like album to album, a couple albums sound the same and then you see this growth. No. It's growth every single time he puts something out, which is insane.
It's continuous, fast growth.
It's insane.
And it's in the right direction too.
In the right direction. He's going to blow up. There's no doubt in my mind he's going to blow up.
I can't wait. He deserves it so much. He's so talented.
So good.
So talented.
He works so hard.
He does. Like, oh my, and the animations and stuff, just the amount of time and dedication and thought put into every single piece of art that he puts out. it's spectacular.
We do not deserve Jiraiya and DIY. He needs to blow up. Major label right now.
Yeah. Fueled by not fueled by
not
ramen.
Fueled by ramen.
They're gonna take it away.
Yeah, they'll ruin him.
Fearless.
Sure.
Well,
we'll go with Fearless.
Fearless. Fearless.
It's one of those labels in that realm.
Yeah, in that
won't take total control.
Exactly. Yeah, you deserve a good label. Treat
suck.
IRL. Yeah. Tyler the Creator dropped a new single. Tell me how you think. It's for a Coca-Cola commercial, and this was so good.
This song goes so hard.
It's so good.
So
and
good.
Why?
He does it. This, like, I haven't listened to Tyler the Creator outside of like one song. They were like, Shane, you should listen to this. And I'm like, this isn't bad, but like, this isn't something I'm going to come back to. This song is so good. I've listened to this multiple times. Why does it bang so hard?
It's so good, dude.
Why?
It's just like, and he's so proud of it, as he should be. He said, I did everything myself. I was like, as you should. Like, he made all the little sounds. He did the little he mixed it and mastered it. Like, dude, go off, I guess.
Like, the craziest thing is this is for a commercial, which means about 30 seconds of this should be good and the rest of it can be complete and utter garbage and no one will care.
Yeah.
But the entire song bangs.
Exactly.
There's not a part that sucks.
It's like 2 words in the entire thing. It's like glug glug glug.
Fuck, man. It's just I wasn't expecting that. Like, when I saw this on the playlist, I was like, oh no. I'm like, I'm really worried that I'm not gonna like this
because it's a Coca-Cola commercial song.
Yeah, and I was like, and when I heard it, I was like, okay, no, wait, no, I could put this on loop for a little bit. I think I can't because I'm busy, but I totally could.
I thought about it exactly. It's so good. He doesn't miss at all. From a fan, he doesn't miss.
From someone that has never listened to him, he doesn't miss.
So true. Tell them.
Juice WRLD, Clever, and Post Malone put out a single, Life's a Mess 2. This was very good.
Liked this. Yeah, yes, I enjoyed this a lot. Yeah. Anything that Juice and Post put out, I don't listen to Juice as much as I should, but I think because I've bullied my brother so much because he listens to, not actually like bullied, but it's just like, I feel like I can't. No, but I feel like now that I'm actually starting to like put his songs on the playlist when they drop something for him, it's like, and I'm like, oh my god, wait, this is actually really good. I feel like I can't listen to him now because I made fun of him so much. But you were right. Juice is good. So I enjoyed this a lot. Yep. Yeah, and I like Post's part a lot. I don't know Clever, but you did very good.
I don't know who that is.
Good job. That was it. You have anything else?
No.
Okay. Zari Alexandria, So True, dropped a new single, The Petty Attention Seeker. This actually dropped 2 weeks ago, and we missed it. But I just added it because I was like, oh, I want to talk about this. I really liked this.
This was good. I enjoyed this. This was different. Like, we interviewed her about the last single, not this one, the last one. And as she said, it was going to be different because that song was just like her fooling around. And I'm glad that was the case. And she wasn't lying to us.
Exactly, yeah.
Because that would have been awkward.
I really like this. It would have been a little awkward. Just Broken Skeleton Part 2. Yeah. This was good.
I agree.
Oh, sorry.
I was just going to move along.
Oh, okay.
303 dropped a single, Last Breath, and my review of every single 303 single that's come out so far is just what the fuck, and this is no exception. What the fuck is this? It bangs. Like, don't get me wrong, this goes hard.
They always do.
But it just takes a second. You gotta soak in what's happening in front of you.
You have to get used to 303 before you start listening to 303.
And I feel like their sound has also changed from their older stuff to now. They're definitely embracing more hyper pop because that's what's predominant. And they also are they walk so that 100 Gex can run.
So true.
But they're I think they're taking influence from 100 Gex and kind of changing their sound, but not 100%. They're still sticking to
themselves.
They're still 303, just with a little bit more hyper pop influence.
Too.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, I thought the single was really good. As I said before, their part in Rebecca Black's remix of Friday. Yeah, that was the only part that I really liked of it because it was just it was a fire. I didn't understand what was happening. It just kept getting worse, except that part.
just
that part was really
going.
good.
It was just, wow.
Yeah, but 303, you're doing great. I like your music, and it's palatable 100 gex, in my
Palatable
opinion.
hyper pop.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. It's like hyper pop with like a suit and tie, you know?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. But oh god, at True?
Atreyu.
Atreyu, thank you. And Travis Barker dropped a new single, Warrior. And then Atreyu, did I say that right?
Mm-hmm.
Dropped another single, Underrated. What did you think of these two singles?
I thought that this is the first time that I've heard a song with Travis Barker on it that I didn't immediately like. Mostly because Travis Barker is a pop punk drummer, not a metalcore drummer.
Yeah.
Somehow it worked with the Escape the Fate song, but that's because Escape the Fate hasn't been heavy since Ronnie was in the band.
Ronnie Rat Pee Pee?
Ronnie Rat Pee Pee was on the first album, yeah.
Ew.
And like when the heavy music was still like the trending thing in the early 2010s, they were still heavy, but they've gone like they're doing whatever the fuck now. So the Travis Barker feature worked perfectly. Well, I don't know how to feel about the new record. So Warrior, I thought it was okay, but it was definitely the weaker of the two singles and the weakest out of the three singles that are out right now. Underrated was impressive though. I very much enjoyed that song. It's definitely my favorite out of the three singles that are out so far.
I agree. Underrated is the best out of the three so far. And this isn't my genre.
Yeah.
But, you know?
I'm not the biggest fan of the Travis Barker feature.
Yeah. Travis, you're doing great, you know?
He's making that money.
Hey, that's really it. He produced the MGK album, even if he wasn't in Blink-182, he'd be set just because of that.
Yeah, he is killing it right now. He's everywhere. So at this point, like Blink-182 is just an afterthought because even Mark Hoppus is doing features here and there, not nearly as much as Travis Barker is, though.
Once Tom comes back, though, Blink, I'm so excited. I don't even know if he's gonna come. He should come back, right?
No, he's got his Project Angels and Airwaves.
I know if I want to come back.
No. Evanescence dropped a single, Better Without You. I was gonna make a joke that I'd be better off without the song, but I listened to it again.
And you liked it, right?
I thought it was okay. It wasn't as bad as I thought it was on first listen. Evanescence, it's all right. We've only talked about the couple of singles that they've put out, but the album's coming out I think at the end of this month.
Good.
So this single is definitely one of the better ones that we've talked about. It was catchy, so that's always good. But I don't listen to much Evanescence outside of like the song that was all over the radio in like 2005. Which song was that? The one.
You're not helping me with that.
The lyrics are blanking, that's why.
Oh, how did it go?
I'll send you the song. You can listen to it after this.
And I'm gonna be like, I don't know which one that was.
I've never heard that song. I will beat you through the screen if my Spotify would load. Okay, it's this one. Talk Glory. Talk about the song.
Oh god, I thought it was okay. I didn't mind it. It was just it's the Wake Me Up Inside.
Yeah, that one.
Wake Me Up Inside song. Yeah, banger.
Like, right. I don't listen to them much outside of that song. I tried listening to that album and I was like, I don't have the attention span for this, and went back to Architects or whatever I was listening to at the time.
Architects, so true, so true. John Walker.
Come on, podcast. Oh my god, please.
Released a new single, Light as a Feather, as you should.
This
banger.
Song is so good.
I really enjoyed it. Like, jokes aside, and us begging him to come on the podcast aside, this song was really good, and I genuinely enjoyed it.
I haven't really listened to much of John's solo music, but mostly because I didn't like the Young Danes at all, because that was just like Pretty Odd, but not part of Panic.
But more country.
Yeah, but more folk, which is just not my vibe.
No.
But
Pretty Odd is our least favorite album, apart from Pray for the Wicked.
Yeah.
So
like, it's like Pray for the Wicked and Pretty
Odd. They switch places for me sometimes.
Quite frankly, like sometimes Pray for the Wicked might be higher than Pretty Odd.
Honestly, yeah. I think it is for me right now.
Yeah. Enough trashing on one of the albums John was on.
Sorry.
He'll never want to come on the podcast then.
I don't think he cares.
I don't think he does, no.
Yeah. This song slapped, though.
This song is very good. And if you're watching, drop Cricket and Clover into our DMs.
So true. We won't leak it, we swear.
We won't. So that is all the topics we have to talk about today. This episode was under an hour for the first time in forever. That's crazy.
We did it.
So follow us on Twitter, good_noise_cast. Follow us on Instagram, Good Noise Podcast. Facebook, a little dead over there, but Good Noise Pod.
You know, we're
YouTube. If we break 300 subscribers by the end of the month on YouTube, I will go play in traffic. I think that's what DIY wants. So I will
have you tweeted it yet?
No, I will fulfill their wish because I really don't want to go play in traffic.
Yeah,
I got to come up with something better.
You got to come up with something that doesn't involve you possibly dying.
Well, I was gonna steal the August the Nerd thing and eat like
an onion,
like the avocado core. But like that seems kind of
Madison
gross.
was wrong for that.
Like I could eat like a banana peel. I could eat like the skin of an orange.
Have you seen people actually like it's like vegan meat where it's like they take banana peel and they like scrape the white stuff out of it and then they like
seen that, but like sweet meat. Ugh.
Yeah. Wait, have you tried the fruit where it's like little pods and then it has the seed in the middle and you take the thing out and then it makes like the vegan sloppy joes or whatever? No. Have you tried that? It's like a big fruit and spiky on the outside.
No, I haven't.
You haven't? No. I think you would like it. It's have you had a Starburst before?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the flavor of Starburst is where they got that from that fruit. Yeah. Sorry. Anyways,
yeah, I don't know. I'll come up with something. Maybe eating an onion would be good. Like I'll just take a fat bite out of an onion.
Remember when we were going to talk to Heart Attack Man and I had the half onion in my room because I was going to eat it mid-interview and then I didn't, so I just had a half onion in my room.
And then it didn't happen. Yeah.
And then it didn't happen. Yeah. I just had a half onion just sitting in my room. And
That's the first time we've publicly talked about the Heart Attack Man interview that almost happened.
Like
it's been a year. It's fine.
It's been a year. I don't think he cares. Come on the podcast,
yeah,
Eric.
Like if you like when you drop whatever you guys worked on, if you want to come on the podcast, talk about it. The DMs are open.
If you don't want to, that's cool too.
That's cool
but
too.
I will eat an onion. I promise.
Yeah.
And anyways,
I'm thinking the onion might be the wave for the 300 subs.
Okay, here you eat half an onion. I'll eat half an onion.
I think I'll wind up sweating if I even take a single bite out of an onion. I don't know if it's worth it for 300 subscribers.
I think we should do it for like 500.
1K.
300 is 1K.
1K.
Okay, for 200 for 2,000 followers on Twitter.
I'll play in traffic.
No, oh my god.
So yeah, go subscribe to us on YouTube if you want me to go play in traffic. I'll post on the internet.
Jesus
Christ. You can follow us or subscribe to us on Twitch for the low price of $5 a month. Mm-hmm. Audio streaming, it's everywhere. It's Good Noise Podcast.
It's literally everywhere.
The podcast is literally everywhere. You can't miss us.
No.
We trend every other day on Spotify.
As we should.
We're trending in all the podcast categories: comedy, horror, sports.
Especially sports. We're constantly at the top.
We're number one in sports. Because we talked about modern baseball once. We made sports jokes last podcast, so that's why we're trending. Yeah. You can subscribe to our Patreon. It's patreon.com /Good Noise Podcast. Glory, do you have the Patreon list up or memorized? No, she does not.
It's the same 3 people.
It's the same 4 people. I think I know it off the top of my head.
Yeah, I know it off the top of my head too.
And Good Noise Records.bandcamp.com. We got a bunch of funny comps over there and the One Direction cover comp, and we'll have a Jonas Brothers one
soon
within the next couple months once we stop getting so fucking busy that I can't even breathe.
And when we stop getting busy, we're gonna make ourselves even more busy.
When we stop being busy, that means we're taking a break, and even then the inbox will still be blowing up.
Exactly. How much you want to bet that in the 1 week that we're taking off, you're gonna be like, I think I'm gonna do the Jonas Brothers comp?
No, in the 1 week that we're taking off, I'll be like, hey, Glory, why do we have 60 unread emails?
I'll just be Shane in the inbox for that 1 week. It's okay.
Yeah. Glory has got the important plugs for you today.
Yeah.
And then we're not going to sign off with a joke. Take it away.
Okay. No, you just kind of left it.
That was the joke. Was
comedy.
Laugh.
We're trending in that podcast section as well.
We've been trending in comedy since we started. We're fucking hilarious.
We're so funny.
We're
Anyway.
fucking hilarious, Glory. So fucking funny.
I'm laughing so much
Thank
right now.
you.
Of course. I don't know. Just like support Black artists, support women in the music industry, support women overall. You know?
Every single day, not just on International Women's Day.
Exactly. Happy International Women's Day, Shane.
Happy International Women's Day, Glory.
So true. Yeah. I don't know. Just those two things. Support women in the music industry. Support Black artists. Black Lives Matter.
Every
Wear your
single
mask.
day.
Every single day. Not just today. Not just when the Black Lives Matter movement is trending. Like, anyways. Yeah, just do that. Do your best to be a good person. Wear your mask. Get the vaccine if you can.
And that's all we have for you today.
So true.
I have been Shane.
I have been Glory.
And we have been the Good Noise Podcast. We have interviews to do tonight. Good night.
Ooh.
Ooh.